Hi.
Hi, welcome to our final episode of our Scandinavia vlog series with P&O Aurora.
In this episode, we go to Aarhus, Denmark, where we go to a recreation village, essentially covering the history of that town from 800 AD through literally 1980s. It's got a diorama of different period pieces. It's quite interesting. We also come here to Skagen, Denmark, and about 30 miles south or thereabouts, I'm guessing, to a very early 16th century castle. It's got a very interesting history, pretty much looted a bunch of stuff from France when the Count there decided, I'm not okay with France, and he took a bunch of Napoleon stuff and some French goodies and came here and set up a castle in the middle of nowhere.
I wonder if there's anything left in Versailles at this point.
I don't know. It's very interesting, it's very historical, and I hope closes out this series that you all have enjoyed. Thanks for watching.
Enjoy!
Welcome to episode 5 of our Scandinavia vlog series with P&O. Please subscribe to our channel and select the bell to receive notifications of our new content. Thank you. This is our first time in Aarhus, and while it would end up raining just about all day, we weren't going to let that deter us from exploring the city. It's raining. Let's just say that Holly is not happy about going out in the rain. I prefer to slug through it, I guess, and see if we can get a few things filmed, just in case it doesn't get any better. I'm a strong proponent of time wasted can't be reclaimed. I'm not doing a very good job of convincing her of that. Look at how happy she is. Well, made it here. I'm still alive. She's just coming back from going over to the sign to grab a hashtag for Instagram. So, must be in a better mood at least. (1970) Street. Den Gamleby literally translates to the Old Town. So you can go back in time from here, from 1974 Street, back and back and back in time. Before we get into the 19th century, we're going to go to the 1920s. This is just very cool the way it's laid out. Ooh, telegraph. This has been a very cool beginning, but let's go back even farther in time, another few hundred years. Each of the 4 neighborhoods covers a different time period and is focused on a specific year for which that neighborhood is named. In this case, welcome to 1864 Street. In this area, games and things would have been taking place. A little bit too wet to even simulate that. The cost of exploration. Sometimes the weather just doesn't cooperate, and one can decide to stay warm and comfortable with coffee handed to you. You wouldn't want to do that. Or you can come out and brave the elements. We've had very good weather this entire trip until today. And just make the best of it. Being out here is more important. For you too.
Yes.
In spite of it being raining, some folks are taking advantage of something surprising still on offer. Horse carriage ride. I can't see willingly putting a horse through that. Let the horse go eat hay or whatever it is horses do. But the facility has it on offer, and like a donkey ride up and down Santorini, there are some people still doing it. Let the horse take a rest. I wouldn't want to be out in this, and yet here we are. So this entrance, street if you will, is on the back part of the complex. And it's a bridge between the existing pre-1700s-ish village, and then going down the alley eventually leads back into the 1920s, effectively covering the eastern part of the complex entirely. In addition to showcasing what life was like, a few of the period pieces contain restaurants and shops. Unfortunately, that's not open. Over here is the mayor's house on the left, and towards the end, the merchant's house. Definitely not the mayor. So the mayor didn't have bad digs whatsoever. You've already seen it houses a shelter for a horse, presumably attached to a carriage at some point. To provide its shelter, that was great. And at some point it also became an assay office, which you'll see next. This was a merchant's house, adjacent the mayor's house. And in inclement weather, when people came in to trade, they would come in here to warm themselves by the fire while they were having their lunches or other meals, presumably while waiting for their trades to be completed. Above ground, you've seen Den Gamleby, which covers Denmark's history. But underground here goes back even farther and showcases Aarhus specifically. Okay, this is a cool entrance. Down here is just several hundred years earlier than the outside displays, which seem to pick up in the mid-1700s.
Jeg er kongen. Titlen som ærkedegn og det gode forhold til kongen.
Didn't expect that.
No. Well, of course the sun would come out when we got back. We were very happy with our first visit to Aarhus. It's well worth a return visit. Skien is located at the northernmost tip of the Jutland Peninsula and is where the Baltic and North Seas meet. Borgard Castle has a very interesting history. In 1578, King Frederick II traded the castle to Karen Crabbe in exchange for other lands she owned. 10 years later, her daughter Ingeborg completed renovation to what you see today. You'll learn more about Ingeborg a bit later in this video. At left is a rumored former dungeon. According to local legends, during Ingeborg Skiehl's ownership, she had anyone who displeased her imprisoned there. Now, let's head inside. Owners could eavesdrop on servants' conversations through the small door. We hope you've enjoyed this video. We have lots of cruise content on our channel, so why not watch another video after this? Be sure to check out our full ship tour as well. Thank you for watching.